like this. Let me show you how to put the diploma together like that. It's just a piece of paper, and you can get a marker or a needle tool. If you had a marker, you can start it rolling like that. I take the needle tool and kind of get it trained in that area. And then these are going to be my outside ends. I'm just going to curl those over a little. And then I get the paper started rolling on this end. And just roll it up. And then once I see that it's going to be how it's going to fit, I unroll it some and put some glue. I just do it in the center there. And do it the whole length there if you want to. But I don't want these ends really glued down, so I don't put a lot of glue on those ends. And I get it to where one end, you kind of see where that's rolled up, just to give it a little bit more depth. And then I take these ends and kind of get them to finish rolling over. And you'll need that to dry for a few minutes. You can hold it or put something around it to dry. And I have one already finished. Now you could take ribbon and tie it around it. This skinny ribbon works perfectly, and I just knot it. And you can see here where I just knotted it and clipped the edges. Or you can take the paper pieces and fit them around like this. I have a pink one here. I'm just going to put some glue. I'm just going to find my glue. I'm just going to put some glue along this band. And I want that piece to be in the center, so I'll just wrap these ends around. And then you could leave it like this, or I have this little piece that's supposed to look kind of like a seal when you're done. And put the circle inside this scalloped piece. And then put a dot of glue on there and put this on there, so it looks a little bit like a seal. And then you can kind of curl the ends of this paper up if you want to, for some reason. Put some glue along the bottom and position it how you like it, and put something on there to weigh it down or hold it while it dries. And you can see on this one I have the diploma with the paper, and on this one I have this diploma with a ribbon. If you use a ribbon, I suggest that you start out with a nice long piece, because if you try to start out with a short piece and knot it, it takes forever. So it's easier to start with a long piece and just trim the ends. And I'm going to set this aside while it dries and show you the cap. Okay, the graduation cap, and I've switched to black for another example. It's the square with a hole punched in the center. I show in another video how to make these little tassels out of embroidery thread, you can use those, or you can make the little paper tassels that comes with the cut files, and I show how to make this in the other video also. If you were going to go with the paper one, you would just put it on there like this and glue it on there, and then you have little bitty dots that can go in the center on this. But I like the way it looks with the thread, so I'm going to take the 2 pieces of the tail that I've been using and stick them through that center hole. I say I'm going to. Okay, just stick those to the center and bring them even. And then you see where you want your tassel to fall, about how far you want it to fall. And then I flip it to the other side, and I've already put some foam adhesive dots over here. Normally you wouldn't have any foam adhesive on here yet, and I just use a foam square or 2 to hold that string in place, and then I would snip the end off. And then I would finish putting foam adhesive dots on this edge. You don't want to put it on the whole thing because this edge sticks up from the card a little bit. It sticks up. This one I just put foam adhesive on the bottom edge of the cap. This one I wasn't thinking, and I put foam adhesive dots on the whole thing, so I just cut another square and attached that together, and then glued the bottom half of that cap on there. But before you do, here's our tassel. You can put the dots, paper dots on there, but it's hard, and I think it looks better with a little brad. I have a little mini brad, and it's a dark metal color, but it's not quite dark enough, so I'm going to take a black Sharpie marker, and for my blue one I used a blue Sharpie marker, and it worked just fine. Be sure and get the edges and the top, and then I drop that in like this, turn it over, and you just want your ends to come on either side where you're avoiding that foam, like that. And then you take the foam, the backing off the foam pieces, and attach it. And to attach it, I just, this is not the blue paper, so I can use my blue. And I forgot, I do not want to, and I forgot I do not want to get glue on that edge yet. So I'm just going to wipe that off. You can put it on this edge, but not on the sleeves yet, until I know how it's going to hang off the card. And then I like to place it a little bit from the bottom, and the glue would have been fine on that edge. Oh well. And then I would place the diploma on there by putting glue on the back. Get that the way you like it. And then I would take the foam squares off and put the hat coming off the edge like that. Let's see if I can scoot that down a little bit. There. And then you can either glue the tassel in place, or you can just let it fluff around. Let me set this aside and put my camera on it to make it hold down. This one I just kind of let the tassel flop around. It was out of a metallic thread, so it's a little stiffer. This one, I went ahead and put just a little bit of glue on the edge and set the tassel in place. And you can fold it over however you like it. So I have cut files available for the graduation cap and gown, and I have videos showing you how to do the center step card and the tassels. And I also have a video showing how to do this little graduation cap box. And it's a box on the inside. And you could use this portion as a party favor if you wanted to. So check it out. You can go to my blog at papercompulsions.blogspot.com, and I'll have links on my blog to my Etsy store. Thanks. Bye.